Overcompensating for the small size of my YouTube channel since 2010, this is Tell It to Someone. First question is from Roll of Nickels. You never seem to waver from Tell It to Someone series, or do you? When American politicians talk about protecting America's security interests, they are usually talking about protecting military defence contractors' ability to make money selling weapons to our allies like Turkey and Saudi Arabia, who in turn funnel them to terrorist organisations so American defence contractors can make more weapons to bomb the hell out of the terrorists. Thus increasing stock prices of companies like Lockheed Martin and GE, which of course politicians own stock. I bet this works the same way in Australia. Well, kind of, but no, because we don't make armaments. But we do make rocks. Well, we don't make rocks but we do dig them up out of the ground. Well, we don't dig them. The big mining magnates with their robotic digging equipment dig them up and ship them off to China, where the Chinese use them to make stuff much, much cheaper than we can here in Australia, and therefore destroying Australia's manufacturing capacity. And our politicians like to make this more easy for them to do. And we just get no jobs. We lose all our jobs in manufacturing, but they're bad jobs anyway. So we're all vloggers now. We all stand in front of cameras in parks, as far as I know. I'm an export industry. Like, I earned $2 last week. Next question is from Wombat and Charlene. If a penis is soaked in red cordial, will it attract a flock of priests? Of course it will. Of course it will. Unless, of course, the red cordial is like, it tastes like wine, because they don't really like drinking the wine, unless it's got God in it for some reason. Then I put some bread in it. I don't know why. Your Nastiness asks, if a woodchuck could eat bacon, how quickly would it die of heart failure? Well, woodchucks, they are an interesting species in that I don't know anything about them. But I do know about bacon, and it gives you cancer, as that study that was so severely misquoted in the Daily Mail probably said something similar to that anyway. But it is cancer. It does give you cancer eventually if the sunlight doesn't give you cancer first. Anyway, so the woodchuck will die eventually either of cancer or bacon poisoning or woodchuck illness, whatever woodchuck illnesses are, or being eaten by a hawk. Probably eaten by a hawk. Even if it was, like dying of something else, probably just, kill me now, and the hawk would come from above and eat it. I Like Totally Love It asks, will the Christmas leprechauns be sexy lady leprechauns or those but ugly ones? Do you think that they might be carrying some powdered toast? Of course, Christmas anything is normally rather sexy unless it's a big fat hairy man. And then the big fat hairy mans are usually not sexy unless they are firefighters in those calendars. And they are sexy all year long. And they put out fires. Go for it, ladies. So what I suggest is going to your local leprechaun, and they will have a pot of gold. And if you do what they tell you to do, they will give you all the gold they have, except for the one in this tooth. That's mine. You're not having it. Not even if you caress it with your tongue. I'm looking at you, Charlene. Next question is from Boss Haas. You Australians are clearly being all constantly eaten by insect. How do you manage to outbreed the bugs? Well, we kind of eat the bugs. That's really all there is to it. We just eat the bugs, like in this video I did here, which doesn't get any views anymore, so I thought I'd just link to it. There we go. Yeah, you can watch that, but only if you want to watch me eating bugs. Next Next question is from KB. Joe Hockey would not even be fit enough to play tiddlywinks, and Tony Abbott was devoid of any grandeur or Christian charity, being named after an abbot of some description. Are there any other politicians, can you think, who failed to live up to their surname? Well, Bernie Sanders doesn't do any sanding, but he does burn. He does burn quite a bit. He burns all the, like by telling the truth and these things called facts, which most politicians don't normally do. And that burns them. That really burns them. Feel the burn. There's also Lincoln Chafee. He doesn't chafe very much, that I know of. Not very fat. I chafe quite a bit, but Lincoln Chafee, he doesn't. Feel the chafe. Next question is from Robert Bow. Why have the dingoes never sued the Chamberlain family for defamation? I mean, seriously, if some liars said that I ate their missing child and the whole world immediately identified me as a pedophile because of it, I would be seeking some sort of compensation. Ah, right. Well, they did eat. The dog dingo did eat the baby. They are too trusting, I think. That's the problem. I mean, there was Neville Chamberlain. He got a piece of paper saying, peace in our day. And Hitler signed it. That was a smart move, old Neville Chamberlain. Smart move, yeah. Yeah, here's a little story about Adolf Hitler and how trustworthy Adolf Hitler was. See, on the 50th birthday, on Ribbentrop's 50th birthday, he was the foreign minister. And they all got together, they all chipped in, all the top Nazis, and they all put together and got a box. A lovely, handcrafted rosewood box, ornately polished and inlaid with jewels and diamonds and stuff. And then what they did was they put copies of every single treaty that Ribbentrop signed, all of them, every single one of them went into the box, this ornate rosewood box. It's a beautiful box. And then they gift-wrapped it and presented it to him in front of all the party functionaries on his 50th birthday. And then what happened? He opened the box and his face lit up. Oh, it was perfect. It was such a wonderful gift. It was a magnificent box with all of the wonderful treaties he signed. And then Hitler came in and said, yeah, we broke all of those, didn't we? And everybody laughed, and Ribbentrop was kind of embarrassed. And that was a pretty good joke if you weren't Polish or Ribbentrop or French or Austrian or British or Russian or Hungarian or Italian or Jewish, of course. Not a good joke at all. It was kind of mean, really, if you think of it. If you think of it, don't think of it too hard. Anyway, that's it for Tell It Someone for this week. I got the alarm. Excuse me. Yes, that was the special dovetail question alarm, and that showed the dovetail question. Really, it wasn't my phone. It really wasn't. It wasn't my phone. I didn't have my phone turned on this whole time, and accidentally get disrupted by it. Promo time!
This is your brain. And this is your brain when you don't subscribe to Dangerously Talented. Any questions? Any questions?
Yeah, maybe I should actually have somebody else's promo on there, on promo time, because, having my videos in promo time like, sort of, you're already watching my videos all the way to the end. A little bit of a waste, that's all. I'm dangerously talented. I don't have a cool sign-off.